sweet. So welcome to this video, guys. Got this canoe, which I picked up on the side of the road for free. It's pretty bad shape. It's got fiberglass on the hull, and this timber is all loose and kind of needs a bit of a touch up. There's nothing too rotten. The fiberglass is, you know, there's no holes in it. It's not too bad a shape. So I'm going to just quickly sand it back, paint the fiberglass, varnish the wood. I'm going to put some new wood strips, I think gunwales along here, and tidy it up a bit, maybe take it on a camping trip. So keep tuned in. Should be a good little restoration video, something different. And yeah, I want to take this out in a river, take it camping one day. So hopefully that happens not too far in the future. But for now, I'm going to get this flipped over. I'll start on the hull. I'll sand that back, clean it up, see what kind of repair work it needs, and yeah, get started. So here we are. This is the underside of the hull. It's all fiberglass, which is really good. It's easy to repair, paint, whatever. There's a lot of scratches and stuff in it, but no holes or cracks through it, which is what I'm looking for. A couple of little gouges, which I'll fill in with some resin. But first, I'll start sanding it back so I can get a better idea of what what there is. A little bit of a gouge there, and yeah, it doesn't look like it needs any serious repair work, which is cool. Alright, so I went to the shop, got some resin and some hardener, and had some matting and stuff already. I didn't realise I had like a 1 kilo can of resin here already, so I didn't even need to go to the shops, but oh well. So I'm going to cut this weaved matting into some patches. I think I'll do 2 over every little area. Some of them might be quite small, but mix up plenty of resin, it'll fill it in, and I'll do I'll do two layers of this over each little spot, patched up nicely. Alright, here we go. Got this bit here, just a few little patches. I'll do one layer and then second one on top. So got all the patches glued up with the resin. So I got it looking pretty nice. So this one here at the stern was one of the main ones. So I've got 2 good layers of mesh on there. And I'm going to leave that to dry overnight. And we'll come back, give it another sand tomorrow. Alright, so it looks pretty good. It's all dried up. So I'm going to sand all this fiberglass back nice and neatly and then give it a coat of paint. Then I'm going to paint it white because I've got, the other canoe I've got is black, so one black, one white. I think it'll look nice. Sorry, I finished putting the first coat on, and maybe white wasn't the best colour to choose because it makes all the lumps and bumps stick out pretty obviously. But look, it is what it is. Dry now. It's pretty good. It's a lot more glossy than I was expecting, and it makes, I know it shows up well on the camera, but you can really notice all the bumps and patches and stuff. But that's alright, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll give you a closer look. So I'm going to flip it over now, and then I can start working on the top. Wow, so this looks really good. Nice little jar of planks. So what I've done is I've just given this inside a quick sand and a wipe just to get all the dust and dirt and everything off it. So it's nice and free from all the yuckies. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give it a quick spray with a can. I've got some grey primer which I'll use. I use the same on the inside of the other canoe, so then they'll kind of match. I don't mind it, it's like a dark grey kind of colour, and because it's primer it doesn't reflect much light. which is really annoying if you're canoeing. You get like glare and reflection bounce back at you. So I'll do all the inside of the hull, just grey primer, and then there's seats I'll do white, and all the rest of the timber will be varnished nicely. Alright, so I got all these seats taped up, masked up around the edges of them, and just going to paint them up with the same white I used on the hull. Alright, so back at it today. I just came home from work and this paint's all dried up nicely, so I can take this masking tape off. This is the side rail which I've got. I routed it and I've done a little bit of a curve thing on there. And what it's going to do, it's going to go from here to the other side. I decided I'd fill in this strip along here, which was all had like holes and cracks in it and everything, and I'll just do like a painted edge up to the timber here, and I'll start the rail from down here. Some varnish. It's not like a marine one. We'll see how it goes. It'll either work or it won't work. Gave it all another coat. I gave it last good thick coat of varnish on these front and back bits, and touched up the seats, touched up the inside as well, because I dripped a few spots of the varnish when I was painting, and thought I'd do another coat on the outside rails here as well, so they're wet. Very last thing, I'm going to get some silicone, and see there's like a gap in along the seat between the jarrah and the fiberglass seat. I'm just going to fill that with silicone. Probably doesn't really need to be done, but I might as well. Just make it look a bit neater. awesome, guys. We're down at the river and got the canoe all ready to go in. Mate, she's all done, looking good. Fresh varnish, fresh paint. It's been really cool. Good little project. All right, time to chuck her in the water, see if she floats. So it's looking pretty good out in the water. It's there we go, absolutely beautiful. There's a bit of water in. That's just from the feet, my feet and the paddles. But far out, look at this. What a ripper. Floats really well. It's nice and stable. I put a couple of concrete bags in, so like two 20 kilo bags of concrete. So that's 40 kilos there, keeping the nose down. So it tracks pretty good through the water. It's nice and, well, kind of fast. I think it might be a little bit more stable than my other one. I think the hull's a little bit more square in the middle where it comes down, but man, I'm happy with it. So good. All right, I think it's time to head in and take this thing back home. Man, what a ripper. So good. Nice and fast through the water. Even just with myself paddling, it actually moves pretty quick. Bit of a pig to turn, but I think all 2-seat Canadian canoes are like that because they're so long. But yeah, nice little fun project to do. Only took me a week, cost about 200 bucks. Most of the material I had already. So look, keep an eye on what you find on the roadside or in the junkyard, because you can turn it into something pretty cool. So I want to take this out on a camping trip. Keep tuned in for that next video. We'll either be taking this thing camping or we'll be exploring some spots along the river. And man, what a beautiful thing. Thanks so much for watching right to the end, guys. And if you want to see more of this, click like or drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what you thought of this project. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I love you, and I'll see you next time.